your off-centeredness on the block would affect where the... Wow. Would affect the direction that the mushroom would go. And I'm not sure if that was just like some fever dream. Oh! 1 pixel death. I did not expect that clearance. I totally thought I had it.
Oh, Kurt.
There was nothing I could do to but tap you, Herbusen.
I just landed on Kurt.
Yes, you did.
Nothing. Nothing's happening. Hello.
My horse is making a very horrible noise.
Flaw in this bus, and we're gonna exploit it to maximize our benefit. But, you know, we do want to be realistic. Alright, come on now, bus. Roll! Roll! Okay. Okay. You fell asleep. How did you fall asleep on this bus, sir? Ma'am, your head's out of the bus. Please put your head back in the bus. Please. Alright, we gotta back up like this because I can't see a blooming thing. Uh-oh. 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 Never mind, we're gonna get inside the bus. Come on now, bus. Come on, there goes one of our decent buses. Oh, here we go. She's doing dog cam, leave her alone.
Red House, come see it! So school was canceled today because of cold weather. For anybody that hadn't gathered that. Yeah, here's your motivational poster. Oh, so motivational. Alright, we're gonna put our milk here. Steam! How are you? Hydrate, free hydrate.
Done. Do I need to ask, or should I just assume it's excavator things?
Farmer Trainer, how you doing? Cyan, how you doing?
Well, shit.
What are we building? I don't know.
What are we destroying, Warlock?
Dare's currently having a turn.
Sarah and Darwin took a move.
Uh-oh.
Gone too. It's not even in the yard yet. No, it's not. Well, okay, well, there's that. The caboose has had an incident. No idea how that's happened. Or how it's gotten this far. All right. That's a thing that happened. How? I don't know how, and more importantly, I don't know how it stayed with the train and didn't pull the little guy off. Yeah, I want you. No. There. Okay, that might have been why we had the problem with.
I'm not sure whether to blame the new remote or just persistence on this. Okay, can't make that. Whoop! It pushed me off. I'm okay. I am okay. Look. You dance for the trees and they will grow. In game and vanilla though, there you can use like ground up bone meal to have the same effect. So you just squat for bone meal effect. You're looking for shaking booties? I mean, it kind of is.
If I were to lower it, I
have found some more cars. I found more cars. Let's just hide that. All right.
Ooh, the shadow makes it look like it's a caboose. Oh, I want a caboose in this game. And I want to put a moose in it, because then I have a moose caboose. And it'll be on the loose.
Hello, everybody. Started streaming immediately. Sip tea. That's a good idea. Yep, totally. Hello. Welcome back. Welcome in. Hello. We're building a college. A collage. No, a college. Could be a collage for all I know. It's a collage of colleges. Maybe. We're just going to remove all the top-end soils. Because it wants me to. Then I'm about to probably dig some big old hole in the ground or something. Who knows? But we'll figure it out when we get there. Squirrels! Rico, hello. No squirrels have been harmed in the making of this. Well, they probably will be, actually. No squirrels have yet been harmed in the making of this stream. We're almost at 50% done with this stupid bit. You know, I could make my life a lot easier, which, I mean, it's just something I might want to consider doing at some point in time. Empty that. There we go. Get in there. There we go. Maybe that'll make my life easier. You've only been alive for only been live for 7 minutes. There will be squirrels. Yes, well, probably. They're sneaky, those squirrels. They're like commandos. They come in the quiet and attack or something. And by attack, I mean they just sort of chitter and run in circles and spin on chandeliers and, you know. Camera, seriously, you want to fix yourself? Thank you. Okay, we're going to do that. Okay, back up, back up. Let's try that again. Green berets? No. That would involve them actually knowing where their berets are. They're like the squirrel I know. I don't know where their hats are. They just kind of run around and find some random mouse hat or something. Okay, camera, you're pissing me off. Stay right there. Sorry, I talk more, but I actually have stuff in my teeth. I'm trying to quietly remove this stuff from my teeth because it's driving me crazy. Uh-oh, gonna sneeze. At least it wasn't a sneaky sneeze, so I was able to mute. It's raining like nobody's business today. This is awesome because I have something I have to do outside And it's supposed to rain. And I can't move it. Can't do anything about it. I just got to live with it. I feel like I'm in the UK. It's all gray and rainy and bleh. So how are things for you, Rico? It's King's Day today. When's Queen's Day? Get in the truck, person. All right. Hopefully everything is good. You don't have a queen anymore. Ah. Well, I mean, wouldn't the wife of the king be the queen? Like, isn't that how that works? I have to admit I don't know much about royalty, but you know. Now here's a question that is completely at random. But if the king or queen of a country was not heterosexual and therefore married someone of the same gender, like how would you differentiate? These are weird questions that show up in my brain once in a while, and then I'm like, does it matter? And then I'm like, no, it doesn't, but I asked it, and therefore it has been asked. And because I've asked it and it has been asked, I won't have to think about it anymore. That's how my squirrel brain works. Not here. It has to be a relative from the former queen, in this case her son. Ah, okay. Wasn't that the royalty person who actually flew for KLM as a pilot? Wasn't he like a certified 737 pilot or something? Weird things that I read about and remember because that's how it works. Yes, still is. Oh, okay. Cool. So if he had to escape the country, he could fly himself away. I have dropped dirt where I didn't want to drop dirt, but that's okay. Is Squirrel Mine satisfied for now? Yeah, pretty much. Okay. Question. I realize I think the probably one of the you're one of the few people in chat right now. I don't know how many people are in chat, but question, and I'm gonna put it in Discord, but I'm gonna ask it here as well. But oh hey Das. Um, if you were given, you were told you can have 5 vehicles, five road vehicles, so they have to be licensable in a country. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what country. Um, that'll become important later. If you could, if you were given everything for 5 vehicles in your garage, and they were gonna pay your insurance and your taxes and all that, so pretty much anything you wanted, what would you put in your garage? Hmm. I already know the 5 that I'd put in my garage. What I'm gonna do in Discord is I'm actually gonna ask people to put a picture of the 5 vehicles, because that'd be kind of cool. the world's slowest hydraulics on this thing. All right, let's hop out, run over here, empty it, and probably going to need to move it a little bit. Wiggle it over a little bit. There's a good spot for it. All right. We're at 65%. We'll get this in here. I sneezed and now my nose is all stuffed. Well, not really stuffed, just, you know. You know when you sneeze and then your nose is like, I feel like having snot. It's not nice. Wow, is it absolutely pissing down rain outside. Great. Any pre-2000 Scania V8 crew cab long bed diesel pickup, a Merc like your dad had, a 69 Charger RT, and a 72 Chevelle SS454. Nice. Nice. I actually know someone who has a 60s Chevelle that is fully restored. It is nice looking. It spends most of its time in the garages because it's Colorado and it's always snowing or something. You're basically born in the wrong country. Well, that happens. So I'm hopeful here, guys. I'm hopeful that there's not a big dig coming after this, because those take forever and a day. I don't think there'd be too big of a dig because there's probably not a basement. I mean, maybe there's a basement? I don't know. Get out of the construction machine. I probably could just look at what the contract has coming and then it wouldn't be such a big pain in the butt. I might, Rico. I don't know. I don't know. Camera, stop being a pain in the butt. Actually, you know what? Get out. Coffee. Morning. Yay. What was this? Emotes. Really? Wow. Right. Because they put crossplay in with the latest update. You can now crossplay with your console friends on Construction Simulator. Doesn't that sound like fun? I bet you Wolf would love it. Ooh, now that crossplay is enabled, that means if this shows up on like the PS PS free game of the month thing, I can actually push who's in to play it. That'd be amazing. That is exciting, actually. Now I'm gonna have to watch the PS Plus free game of the month thing to see what they have, to see when they decide they're gonna make this a free game of the month. So it's definitely springtime because the birds have found the bird feeders again. And I had to go buy another 30-pound bag of bird feed because they're like I've got 3 bird feeders. I'll fill it up in the evening, and by the morning when I get up, they're half empty. Like, good grief, birds. And then the birds will have like yelling matches and they'll have fights at the bird feeder. I'm just like, guys, stop it. There's 3 bird feeders. Like little birds to the right, big birds to the left. Medium birds in the middle. Why am I evil? I'm not evil. Make a sign in bird language. So I was at one of our windows looking out in the backyard, and there was a robin on the fence, just kind of sitting there, just chilling. So I said out the window, "Hey, Robin, get to work, eat the bugs in my grass." And the robin just looked up at the window with this look of like, "What? What are you gonna do about it?" Like, friggin' mafia robins or something. But the birds have generally got used to me. Like I'll go out in the backyard and they'll hop up onto the fence sometimes, and they'll just kind of look, and if it's me, then they just hop right back to the bird feeders as long as I don't walk towards the bird feeders. They're just like, yeah, whatever. We know who you are. You're the person who brings the foods. I'm like, I don't know if I really want to be known to all the birds as the person who brings all the food, but I mean, sure, I guess. That thing is almost full, I think. I'm guessing. Get in. Haha, look at that. Any tip for the first time flyer who's anxious as heck about it? Have to think. It's been a long time since I was a first time flyer. Um, I mean, one, it'll be fine. I can almost guarantee you'll be fine. Um, just try to enjoy it. I don't know what airline you're flying or what class you're flying in, but just try to enjoy it. I mean, you're basically, depending on the airline, you're basically stepping on a moving movie house slash dinner restaurant. I guess because you're going west first, it'd be a lunch or a breakfast and lunch restaurant, and then when you fly back, it'll be a dinner and breakfast restaurant. But noise canceling headphones, very big. If you don't have those, make sure you have some earplugs. And drink lots of water, because you're going to be in a very, very dehumidified space for several hours. And they basically say drink 8 ounces of water for every hour in flight is the recommendation. So don't partake in, they'll potentially offer alcohol or whatever. Don't even bother, not on a plane. KLM and Delta. Well then you'll get some okay food. I wouldn't call it great, but you'll get some okay food. And you'll have entertainment. You'll have the movies, seatback entertainment probably, or yeah, it should be seatback, I would assume. Delta definitely would be seatback if you were doing transatlantic. And the cheapest class. Well, the problem is the cheapest class doesn't even, I don't even know what it gets anymore, but you'll still get food. So yeah, drink lots of water, noise canceling headphones. Just know you're going to be so tired of sitting in that confined space after you land. So just plan to be like stretching and walking around and stuff. I often get up and just like stand for a few minutes on long flights. Well, you should only be, it should be like be about an 8-hour flight, something like that. So that's not too bad. You're probably going to be dog tired when you get in, but, and do expect that. Do expect to be like super tired when you get in. Eight-hour, then a 2-hour layover, and then after that 4 hours. Yeah. So the yeah, in those 2 hours, well, one, you have to get through customs. I've never done customs at BWI, so I don't know what that's like. But figure it's going to be an hour. Yeah, figure it's going to be an hour to clear customs. Okay, we need an excavator. That's cool. Which isn't terrible. Nope, that's the wrong button. I need this, take out, and put that back. Store. Enter. So then you'll have an hour to like stretch your legs and get something to eat. Because you'll probably want to eat something on the ground, because that 4-hour flight, you're not going to get any food because it's a domestic flight. Or if you do, it'll be like food for sale. Fast travel? Yeah. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of flying experience. Well, Okay, how do I want to approach this? Yeah, we're going to do it that way. All right. Yeah, this should work. Oh, I thought it was going to be a deep trench. No, it's not a deep trench. It's a shallow one. That's nice, I guess. Yeah, the big thing is just try to relax and enjoy it, because it's kind of cool when you think about it. I mean, you're stepping on this conveyance, the doors close, you spend 8 hours on it, and you're thousands of miles away. It's almost like a time traveling device. It's the big unknown thing that scares you. Okay. I mean that's valid. Um, when was the last time you were on a train? Because realistically, a plane is just a train in the air at this point. I mean, at least with KLM and Delta, it's a train in the air. There's some other airlines where it's, well, a bus in the air and a crappy city bus. Right, Dust? That crappy city bus airline. uh, I'm going to miss that, but that's all right. Whatever. Yeah, I guess the bit if you haven't been on a train since 2019, that is kind of a that's 5 years. Um, yeah. What am I doing? I don't know anymore. Do I want to go that way and come back, and then I can do this? Yeah, probably. Hi, Fluffy. Guess what, Fluffy? Guess what? Oh, open that.
Nearly 4 years in this torture chamber.
Yep. You're welcome. Thank you for the 47 months. Sports up all day. So the answer is no before you ask. Well, no. Wolf. They released an update for Construction Simulator. Crossplay is active now. So I'm watching the PlayStation thingy to see when it becomes a free game so we can play with Husin. Yes. Well, yes, fam as well. But Husin mainly, because Vam's already played it and refunded it, so... Woohoo! Got a nice big old scoop right there. All right, I'm just going to dump that wherever because I don't care enough. Okay, now... Now that I've done that, I'm going to do this. Let's see here. You still have the OG one? All right, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do this dig right here that I need to do. Because if I go across the top, my vehicle is so large, I'm going to have to go all the way around to get back over. All right, enjoy the sportsing balls. We're just gonna try like little nibbled bites here. We're gonna nibble away at this. Because our bucket is pretty darn big, so yeah. Don't kick the wrong ball. Boop, boop, bitty, bitty. There we go. It's like, what is going on? Just failures. That's what's going on. Failures! Okay. There. I should be able to... Should I? Not quite. There. I was like, I should be able to reach the other side. Not quite, but pretty darn close. All right, there we go. hope it's certain someone can work on a plane. You'll be fine. I've flown KLM a few times and Delta many times. In fact, I actually know how much I've flown on Delta. I have 390,000 lifetime miles on Delta. And I have another 300 or 400,000 on United. And then one transatlantic on KLM. One transatlantic on Air Canada. A lot of Lufthansa. Well, not a lot. A few Lufthansa. And a Brussels Airlines. And some Turkish Airlines. For my flight to Qatar. Because I needed to fly somebody who could fly through Iraqi airspace. Nope, I don't want that. There we go. This is the worst trench dig I've ever done. That's not true. This is far from the worst that I have done. It's the worst that has ever been seen in the world of construction. It doesn't help that this bucket is way too big for what I'm doing, but I'm not going to go get a smaller one. That was a nice big full scoop. Yeah. Let's see here. We're going to do this. This. Because then I can grab this whole run here. Like this. Need to go back and do that again because that was terrible. And I made a mess on that. Okay. Good job, dear. Good job. Good job. Lies. Not a good job at all. But whatever. There is, you know what, I think once I clear the stuff that my tractor is sitting on top of, we'll be fine. I think. If not, well, we'll deal with it. Yeah, we'll be fine. All right, I can't reach the dump truck anymore, so we'll just make it disappear into Magic Land. New sharpener versus tomatoes. Nice. Yeah, I kind of figured it'd work really well for that. All right, we just have this last little bit to do, and then we'll be done with trenching. Yay! There we go. Look at that. Booyah! All right. Reset that because we'll probably need it again. I'll bet you we're gonna need it again. Let's get this out of the way. I'll park it right there. All right, now vehicle fleet. Let's get just the flatbed. You know what? We're just gonna go with the flatbed crane truck for now. Take out enter. All right, let's go to there. I mean, that's the best part to us. Like, that's gonna make it so much easier to manage cutting stuff. So I'm totally stoked. Enter. I need 2 concrete forms and a rebar. Auto load it. Purchase. Seriously? There's not even enough for that? How can there not be enough for a rebar mesh and 2 concrete forms? Oh, I know why. Oh, I hate this game for this. All right, enter. Check out. Purchase. All right, now, will you let me buy the 2 pallet forms? What? Okay. Well, this is the last time we're going to use this truck. Well, that didn't go as I planned. Maybe I should have put the concrete forms first and then the I don't know. Whatever. We're not going to do this truck again. We're going to go get the other truck and... Well, no. We'll probably use this truck for this one because otherwise it'll look stupider than it already is. All right. Back to there. So one of the reasons that I do all the I do all the dirt loading usually, and I didn't do it with the excavator, but that's fine. One of the reasons I do all the dirt loading things is because, yeah, like why didn't you, whatever. Is because then it allows me to fast travel for free, basically. Because if I do all of the dirt loading and selling, then it basically is paying for all the fast travel costs. in my mind. Now, we all know that my mind is kind of different, but we're going to go with it. We're all different around here. I mean, that's very true. All right, let's fold this truck up because we're not going to use it again. All right, hop out. Company, vehicle fleet, flatbed truck, store. All right. All right, we got some foundation pouring to do. So first things first. Actually, first things first, let's get, what do I want to, how do I want to do this? I think, I think we're going to try this truck. I think it'll be the best one for pouring the strip foundation. Once it gets taller than a strip foundation, probably not, but all right, I'll get this truck situated and then I'll make a daylight. Nope, wrong button. Nope, wrong button. Oh, stop a game. Daylight comment, we want to pour some concrete. Nope, nope, we're gonna have to go back a little bit because of the, yep, because of the arm on this thing and the way it works. The downside is this thing doesn't have a really great reach forward. Okay, good. That'll be perfect. All right. Now we fill it up. We turn that on and then yep, then we can do this. There and there and there. There. This should. Oh, I was like, this should fill it up. No, nope, not so much. That did. Boom. All right. Now we just got to go over to the other one. Woohoo! Okay. Obviously, the big pumper would make this a little bit easier, but the reason I didn't pick the big pumper is there's a glitch in this map and the big pumper I own where it will say that the pumper is no, get in there. It'll say that the pumper is blocking something when it's not, unless you get it like a block away from the construction site, which is really stupid. But you'd think they would have fixed that bug in the update, but they didn't. I did see that white car. What is that? Is that a Trabant? Or is it some crazy Citroen? Because we all know that Citroen makes some crazy... Oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to reach all the way out there. Are you serious? Come on. Nope. Okay, well, let's hope that we can fill from here then. A Simca 1000 GLS. Huh. Never heard of it. But it looked kind of cool. It's French? Well, French cars can be super interesting. I like the Citroens. A lot of those, like the 2CV Sahara. Like that car is so crazy. Like what they did with the 2CV Sahara. Like one engine for the front wheels, one engine for the rear wheels. Like that's just so French right there. Your uncle had a normal CV. I wish I could get a CV. That would be a 2CV would be amazing. I would love it. I mean, here in the US you just get run over by the nearest pickup truck. But I mean, quite honestly, even in the cars I've got, some of these brodozers with their jacked up pickup trucks could easily kill me if they hit my vehicle. Which I think is a kind of a thing that should be dealt with, but you know, whatever. It creates the arms race of SUVs where people are like, I need a big SUV because otherwise I'll be run over and killed. It's like, well, yeah, sadly, you will be. Woohoo! All right. Clear off. Yes, I'm clearing off. Give me a second. All right, now we're delivering more stuff. All right. And we've learned our lesson. Company, vehicle fleet. Onion, where's me truck? I honestly would like a I think it would be fun for a very short amount of time to own a Trabant or a Lada. I'm odd, and I acknowledge that, but I think it would be fun to own a Trabant or a Lada. Okay, I need, let's see. The only reason I want a long bed crew cab is for motorcycle hauling since I don't need a trailer and can do 65 instead of 50. Yeah, well, I mean, that's valid. Enter. Now I want to filter to job 1. Do you think I can get all this? This is probably a bad idea, but I'm going to have to dig stuff out. Yep. Dang it. That was stupid. All right. Well, that was done. Yep. Did that. Regretted it immediately. Let's company vehicle fleet. Store that. Store that. All right. Mistakes were made. You know, of a Trabant for sale for that. Yeah, but I'd have to get it over here. So, you know. All right. Yeah, mistakes were made. Okay, how am I going to do this? You know how we're going to do this? We're going to do it this way. Ooh. All right. Let's park here, I think. Yeah, like that. All right, and then we're going to go back to company, vehicle fleet. Get out my crane. 300cc two-stroke engine. Yeah, I mean, they look hilarious, and it would be funny, and crazy, and silly, and I probably couldn't actually get. I wonder if I could even get it licensed here, because we have such crazy emissions laws in Colorado. I'm not even sure I could get it licensed, honestly, but you know, whatever. Okay, let's see what we can do about this mistake that we have made. So we have to start by digging out one of the rebars, but we're going to do that by moving some of this stuff because I do need 2 pallets of wood. There might be an exemption for old cars, but I don't know if there'd be an exemption for a 2-stroke. That's what I don't know. There'd be an exemption for, like, you know, a Chevelle or a Mustang or something like that, but I'm not sure that they would exempt a 2-stroke. Yeah, I'm gonna have to move this. Can I put it right there? No. Why is that got to be different than everything else? I don't know, but it is. Oh, those are going to be real joy to get out. Okay. Oh, we're going to go up and back and down. That was not what I wanted, but sure. There we go. Nope, I need you to be exact. I can't have it non-exact at this point because I've made such a hash of this. And nobody is surprised. Whoop. Trade man, hello. I would hope so, Rico, but you know, who knows? I mean, in the end, I probably will never buy one just because finding one that doesn't require me to do massive amounts of work. Not that I wouldn't enjoy the work, just. Why are you being like that? Okay. Gosh. This was so dumb. And nobody is surprised by this stupidness of mine. You know what I'm going to need to do? That flatbed truck I put away, I need it. Dadgummit. I'm going to have to move some of this stuff over to the flatbed. How you doing, train man? I've made a hash of things, and nobody is surprised. All right, let's see if we can just pick off the back. That would be ideal. Oh, I've just realized. Okay, that's good. All right, so let's. This thing can actually do some of the work. It's probably a little bit faster to use this. Not what I wanted. Thank you. All right, let's put this on this truck. No. Do I want this on this truck? No. I'm going to put it right there, if I can get it to go in that spot. This is going to be a joke. You didn't get your time zone wrong. I started an hour early. All right, let's see if we can avoid doing that again. Joker, how you doing? There we go. That's better. Yeah, I put it in Discord that I was going early today. But, yeah. I got things I gotta do. So. There. Right now, I'm trying to salvage this disaster I created by loading stuff oddly. Oh my goodness. What am I doing with you? I'm gonna put you over here. But if I put you over here, I won't be able to load any of that over here. Oh, what am I going to do? Can I put another stack up on this? Will it let me? I mean, technically no, but yes, at the same time. Holy cats, how much is on that trailer? Well, everything for the job. But as usual, the shop loaded it in a stupid manner. It will eventually teach me to stop letting the shop load the trailer. But, you know. You closed everything except for your download. Well, hopefully it fixes things for you, Serenar. Because, yeah, at this point, it's definitely your machine and not the game. Because I remember you starting that truck previously. All right, we're going to move this stuff over here because I feel like it's the most logical place for these. All this because they put the frickin' rebar at the bottom of the stack. And I'm going to go ahead and unjam this piece of rebar, so there'll be only one rebar that's jammed up. All right. Now, hopefully, this will all work out beautifully. Or not. I mean... a normal person would pick from the back of the stack, but I'm going to pick from the middle because reasons. All right, let's get the crane out of the way so it can't yell at me about the crane. Okay, slab time. Now the crane is going to be in the way of this truck, isn't it? We will find a way. We always find a way. Where there's a Will, there might be a William. No, wait, that's not right. Where there's a Will, there's a Bill? Maybe. Look at that. Look at us. We so smart. Okay, let's start with pouring. That'll be gone in a second, so I'm not going to do too much. There we go. And then fill it. Come on. No, it's not. Oh, yeah, it is. Stupid thing. Your help is not helpful, game. Go away. Go away. Your help is not helpful. Go the floff away. The floff? Yeah, we'll go with that. Thank you, game. You're useless. Hey, Serenar, they updated Construction Sim. It now has crossplay on it, which means when it becomes a free game on the PS Plus, Huzen can play. He doesn't know it yet, but oh, I got to reach all the way over there. Can this thing reach that far? Yes, just. There we go. Right now, swing her on around. So we can get this one. This is, I'm wondering about the design of this building right now. It seems kind of weird with these 3 pads being poured, but, you know. What do I know? Not a lot. Will I be teaching at this college? Sure. Man, the things I'd love to do. And that's one of them. How to manage a dishwasher raccoon style. I mean, yeah. That wasn't what I wanted, but sure, whatever. I did look into just for the heck of it. I was like, what would it take for me to get my PhD in history? And then I saw the price and I was like, yeah, guess what's never going to happen? Not unless I win the lottery. All right. That's 2 poured. Got 1 more to go. All right. We go. This is actually going pretty quick when you consider we're at 26% already. I mean, having said that, you know there's going to be a lot of concrete pouring in this. So this is going to be a long, I'm going to have to go get the other truck, which has a whole different kettle of problems. I probably should go buy the different concrete pumper and see if that's will solve my problem. Said it too early already. Well, I know. My problem is that the bug with the concrete pumper makes all of this much more difficult, because where in the European map I could leave the concrete pumper deployed as long as I parked it outside of the construction area. I just had to swing the arm out. But unless they fixed it, but I didn't see anything in the patch notes that said they fixed it, I actually have to disassemble the concrete pumper and drive it down the street, which is annoying. Because it makes it so much longer to get concrete done. That's why I like using this truck. Well, partially I like using this truck because it's an all-in-one unit. So I don't have to move around the other half. It's not empty. Stop. Game, stop it. Yay. All right, let's get the truck out of here. All right. That's fine. It's all fine. It's all fine. Get in the thing. Thank you. All right, we need to go and get... Ooh, don't do that. Oh, that's going to be in the way now. Daggurmit, Kermit. Fine until it's not. Yeah, pretty much. Oh no, I'm going to have to unbury. I'm going to have to unbury some more concrete formwork. Daggumit. Man. All right, whatever. Well, everyone hope that the rain slacks up in the next couple hours. That would be nice. The way it's chucking down right now, I'm not going to enjoy my doing what I need to do outside. So I even looked into teaching wise. I looked into getting a graduate certificate for teaching English to speakers of another language. And even that, I was like, I could buy a car for what that costs. Are you kidding me? So that won't happen either. I'm like, inflation, and also not really worth it because, yeah. I can test washable marker drawing versus rain. Yes, you can, because it is absolutely chucking it out there right now. Cost of school is nuts. Yes. And it's more nuts here. So in order to get a PhD in history, I'd have to go to school for 3 more years at a minimum. Okay. So the university I looked at, the cost per year, $33,000 a year. I'm like, I could buy a new car for every year for 3 years. Or I could get a PhD in history. That I'll never be able to earn that kind of money. So I'm like, well, there goes that dream. Dead. Get these uncovered so that I can maybe maybe actually get to everything I need to get to. Well, yeah, I know, Rico, but I even looked at that. I actually have to have I have to have the right degree to do that easily, and I don't have it. Like I have a master's in English, but I'd have to get other certifications, and I'm like, the cost is just like, how? Like it'd be one thing if I was living alone, but I'm not. So, oh, come on. You stupid. All right, fine. If I do it this way, rotate it and drop. There. We're just ignoring the one that fell off on the other side. I'm just going to ignore it. Don't mind the rain, but the wind needs to knock it off. Well, it is Colorado, so I don't think you're going to get what you're wishing for. It's just the unfortunate truth. Okay, that should be fine for now. Now let's go get these last two. The thing that blows my mind, Rico, is there are shortages of workers in all kinds of fields, but you wouldn't know it when you try to apply for a job. And it's very um, discouraging that so many companies say post for job openings, but they're not really hiring. They're just posting a job opening so they look like they're hiring. And it's like that's bunk. Let's move this out of the way because it'll just end up in the way eventually. All right. Poor walls. Okay, what do we think about these walls? I think we can still do it with the truck we got. Where to go? Where did I park it? Yeah, we'll still be able to do these walls. Your mom lost her job last week and can start next Monday at a new company. Yeah. So I happen to know my company did a round of layoffs. And it was like the 5th round of layoffs. People from the first round, done almost a year ago, still don't have jobs because they can't find anything. Even though all these companies say they're hiring, they're really not. Well, they are. They're hiring. They're willing to hire you if you're willing to take almost no pay. All right. Let's get out of the truck. Make it daytime. And then we go here, there. We're going to get this all poured. I'm kind of this job. I want to know what the design of this building looks like because it feels really weird the way it's got these 3 piers going on. But and Trey, man, I saw that. I meant to comment on that, but then my brain spaced. 20 to get your Masters of Divinity would be 22 grand, but you need to get your BA first. That kind of thing drives me nuts. They're like, oh, you must do it in this order. My thesis advisor, and he's now head of the Department of English at the University of South Carolina, Dr. Gerke. He doesn't have his high school diploma. He doesn't have a bachelor's degree. He has an associate's degree and 2 master's degrees and a PhD. And he even admits, like, you'd never be able to do that again. Dude is super smart, but it's like companies now, they're like, hey, camera, what are you doing? No, stop it. Camera, what are you doing? Stop. Companies are not helping the matter because they're like, oh, you need a bachelor's degree in order to empty the trash cans. It's like, no, you don't, but cool. Having associates worked towards their BS had to stop for health reasons, too long for credit. Yeah. Yeah. Well, so part of the reason, like the graduate certificate for teaching English to speakers of a foreign language, or teachers of other languages, as it's technically called, like they make me take all these English courses, and I'm like, I have a master's in English. I'm like, yeah, but you took it so many years ago. And my answer was, English doesn't change that much. Like, that's bunk. Yep, exactly. It means you can pass questions on a test, and that is what grad school is all about anymore. All right, let's go pour this last wall. Now let's turn on the pouring. It's not empty. You're being a tit. Stop it. Go away, note. I wish they'd fix that so I could turn off the notes. It's like, stop telling me stuff I already know. Fill it up. It's not empty. Shut up, game. Good gravy cakes. %. Woohoo! All right. Pour columns. Where the fluff are the columns? I see 3 of them. Oh, there they are. Okay, that's all 6 of them. Okay, we can do that with this truck. Pretty sure. Wait a minute. I only see 5. 1, 2. Oh, because that's all I need to do is pour 5. All right, I need to go here probably. The one issue I've run into with this truck is the way that the drop down pipe is right there. It can sometimes make it hard to reach things that are close by. Am I going to be able to get into this column though? Yes. Barely. All right, good. Well, barely still works, so that's all that matters. I have a friend that's a licensed motorcycle mechanic. He calls you, ask questions about problem. His colleagues don't know it either. Well, I mean, and some of that is, yeah, it's just pure experience. Like, in my mind, companies need to take risks, real risks with employees, because it might be that employee that isn't qualified for that new role, take a risk of putting them in that new role and see what happens. I'm doing that right now with my BA. I'm like, hey, do this thing. And he's like, I've never done it before. I said, fine, try it. What's the worst that can happen? He's like, the worst that can happen is I get fired. I'm like, nah, I'll get fired first. All right. Okay, I'm starting to see the layout. Kinda seeing the layout. All right, let's start with picking up this one that's upside down. How am I going to get this one that's upside down? I don't know. Huh. All right, can I flip it? Is that is that a thing? Ah, right. Oh, no, that is not what I wanted. G. Thank you. Come on. There we go. All right. Are we at maximum boom extension? I don't think we are. I want to get maximum boom extension first, all right? Because then we can see exactly how far out we can reach. Okay, we're not going to be able to get over there. That's fine. That's what the flatbed truck can be used for. It's got 6 on board, so we'll let it go over there. Glad it didn't make you do every single column. I know. Or this big pad right here. That would have been kind of lengthy as well. The crane looks like it could get some real long distance throwing. No. They turned off all the fun stuff. You can't like drop stuff from a great height anymore. Trying to be all serious and stuff. And then they let me play it. All right, 3 more, and then then I'll jump into the little flatbed because it's going to be the one that has to deliver the other ones. Cernar can still fly into space. Well, yes, that's usually true. Did everyone see they fixed Voyager 1 so it's able to talk to Earth again? It doesn't send gibberish anymore. That was pretty cool. Like the longest distance software update ever. Coolest and riskiest push to production ever. Yeah, exactly. I do not feel like unburying that stuff, so we're going to just take the flatbed to go to these other ones. Yeah, that's like the riskiest production push. What's the rollback strategy? There isn't one. I guess I could be smart and bring a tower crane in, but yeah, right. Good news! What? The Dacia Sandero is coming to the UK? Winter storm advisory issued for our area. Really? It's only an advisory. It's fine. It's fine. At least then, yeah, right. Winter storms in April are worse. Well, I mean, it did snow for 3 days straight, not that long ago. So, it is Colorado. Did anyone ever watch Seinfeld? All the rain will blow away. See, not all bad. Yeah, right. Everyone, how many people watch Seinfeld? And specifically, the neighbor, the crazy neighbor with the hair. Hopefully, people know what I'm saying here. But when he'd make the entrance into the apartment, oh man, God, what was his name? I would pull up a clip on screen, but because I'm going to export this to YouTube, YouTube would have an absolute Jimmy Duck fit. So what I'll do is I'll put in Discord what I'm talking about. God, what was his name though? Shoot. Kramer. Yes! Kramer. Reginald. Yes, Kramer. So how Kramer would enter the apartment. Look it up on YouTube, like Kramer entering the apartment or something. How he just like bust in the door and say stuff. Das just did that. It was like I was like, oh wow, I'm watching an episode of Seinfeld. Kramer just came in my office. All right. We are at the end of this stage, I think. This is going to be awesome, guys. We're getting so much done. We're going to have this new college built, and then I'll be the professor of something or another. Oh my gosh, the prefabs are over here? All right, I get it. I get it, game. You want me to put in a tower crane? Fine, I'll get the tower crane out. Speaking of teaching, because we're building a university, I actually looked at what it would take to teach on like Udemy or some of those online things. Yeah, they now have the same requirements as a university. And I'm just like, well, can't do that either. Even though I probably know more about software design and project management than anybody coming out of a PhD program, given I've done it for 18 years. Fast direct crane, giggity. Giggity is right. Hold on, I have to type something on my phone. Nope. Oops. All right. You got murderized by a bear. Awesome. Oh, they want it all the way over there. Okay. Can I reach? Can I reach? How far out can I go? There. Well, all right. So this is great, except for when it's not. I haven't played Raft for a long time. I did start a Raft playthrough where I turned off the aggressiveness of all the animals. It's the same way I play The Long Dark, because I'm like, wolves will not attack humans. I refuse to play a game that forces wolves to attack humans. It annoys me. You found out when you tried the University of Phoenix online, it was stuff I already knew and helped my fellow students more than my instructor. Yeah. Yeah. All right. There. Now, that should allow us to pick up all the bits and bobs. Yeah, I would love to teach, but it's it's become a racket. Teaching is a racket in that. So here's the interesting thing. Aristotle, Plato, those guys, they didn't have any credentials. Just the fact that they spoke in a way that made sense and taught their students meant that they were teachers. Um, the fact that hairstylists have to get certification makes no friggin' sense. Oh, you need a certification to cut hair. No, you don't. Just cut hair. I cut hair and I'm not certified. I mean, it looks like a Muppet did it, but I don't care because it's my own hair. Then I get DOS to fix it. But she's not certified either. Either way, Plato and Aristotle, I mean, I get like teaching elementary school, middle school, even high school, I can see the need for some certification because it's a little bit different, right? Like that's a little different. But when you get to the university, in theory, people have been taught critical thinking skills, which they haven't because that's a different conversation altogether. But then the teaching should be different in my mind. It should be like somebody who's passionate about the subject. It would be a better teacher than somebody who isn't, right? Like I have real passion about history. I'm reading a book on the history of the Vikings right now because I like history, so I bought it. Um, I think I could probably teach history very well, but I'm not allowed to try because I don't have the certification. I have to go to school to learn how to teach proper. Well, teaching proper is why people don't like history because it's boring when people teach it the quote unquote proper way. Yeah, there's always jobs that require training, Train Man. I'm not saying all of them don't. Like engineers, you better hope your mechanical engineer, your your nuclear engineer, you better hope they're trained. But I'm talking about like especially the liberal arts. I could probably teach rhetoric better than most people that have been quote unquote trained on rhetoric. And I'd happily put myself up against some of these history professors. I mean, honestly, even high school, I'd put myself up against, I'd be like, I could teach history better in the high school level than most high school history teachers. Monkeys. Nope, not monkeys.
32 months.
Cheering.
Wow.
Battery. Hello. 32 months. Thank you. My chemistry teacher was everything but normal. That was always fun. I always look forward to that class. Yeah, I mean, like, it's just, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I just have things and I rant a lot. I'll just stop now. Guy fixing the plane. Where does this bolt go? I mean, not gonna lie, that was Boeing when they built the Max, apparently. Don't worry. Don't worry, Rico. You're not gonna fly in a plane that hasn't been heavily inspected after that debacle. Having taught yourself history at the college level, you're not surprised. Yeah. Just don't fly out of SFO by the looks of it. Why? I mean, Other than the fact that SFO is a cesspool. The actual airport itself is actually pretty nice. I'll be honest. Like the physical airport is a nice facility. It's just San Francisco, which is not. Technically, San Francisco International Airport is not in San Francisco, but whatever. Oh, well, that's not the fault of San Francisco. The wheel falling off was United having an oops. And the panel, is that a panel at? Yeah. United had some maintenance issues. Let's just say that. But here's the thing. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, United had terrible maintenance issues. When you actually look at the numbers, they had no more maintenance issues or aircraft incidents than any other airline in the period. It's just because the media was having, the media wanted clicks and eyeballs. So anytime a plane had any sort of problem, they were all over it like flies on crap. Even though when you look at the statistical numbers, there's no uptick in issues. So, media problems. And part of that is because people don't want to pay for news anymore. And so one of the things that most media companies had to do is they had to cut back on their journalists. And one of the first places they cut back are the science journalists, because in their mind, those specialized people cost more, which is true. And that's the first place to cut, because anybody could report on science, right? You can't see the eye roll, but I bet you heard the eye roll. The increase in tornadoes since the 70s. Not more storms, just more radar. Yeah, right. Well, and now more and more, sadly, more and more media companies are starting to make use of Gen AI to write stories, or at least do the first draft of stories, and it's like, wow, that's not going to be good. Said from somebody who's actually heading up AI projects, but hey, what do you know? I know the limits. All right, we're going to finish this roof, and then we're probably going to be right about time, because next we have to pour more concrete, and I feel like I'm going to have to go get the big pumper. Which is annoying, because it's going to have to park in a place that is constantly going to be in the way. So I'm constantly going to have to break it down and put it back. I wonder if there's another place I can put the big trailer full of stuff. So tomorrow, me and Sarah are playing something. Oh, good. It's rebar and pallets. I think I have to unpack this rebar, don't I? Oh, no, I don't. Awesome. I don't know what we're playing. I bet you Serenar doesn't even know what we're playing. 787-10 for long haul, other unknown. Yeah, the 787 is a fine plane. Nice thing is it's got more humidity. That and the A350, both fine planes. Delta short haul out of BWI. I'm gonna bet you're gonna do like a Delta. So, well, Delta has like the biggest mutt fleet in the US. Like they have literally every plane available. You'll probably fly like an A320 or A320 series, maybe a 737 series, but unless you're going through something like Detroit. Yeah, I'm thinking that you'll probably be on like an A320 or a 737 series. You missed the 757. Well, they still fly for some airlines. Delta's merged so often they've collected quite the. Well, they've also done something else that's super smart that a lot of airlines haven't done, and that is they bought older planes. So for a long time, where the other airlines were buying brand new equipment, Delta was buying used aircraft off the market. And of course, used aircraft, just like used cars, are cheaper. And so they'd be able to buy these planes and it was fine. They kept them up to date. They were, amazing. They were flying those Mad Dogs into the ground. No, that was American. In fact, Delta got rid of the Mad Dogs before American did. What Delta had that most people thought was crazy was they still had the DC-9s, which were the predecessor to the Mad Dogs. And they were fine too. Like they'd fly the DC-9 into areas that everybody else was flying RJs because they fully paid off the aircraft. And if your plane is fully paid off, you can do pretty much whatever you want with it, right? Like once it's amortized, you're like everything is positive. That's like I used to play a game. I can't remember its name now, but you basically ran an airline, and I wouldn't replace aircraft ever. Like that was my thing. I was like, I don't replace aircraft because then I have to pay all the cost of a new aircraft. Instead, I was like, I'm going to fly these old planes until there's nothing else there. Like you just move them around to the lower and lower yield, routes. Flew in a DC-915 that was older than I was. Started life with Bonanza. Nice. Yeah. I mean, and the other thing is those old DC-9s and Mad Dogs were like rocks. You lose an engine, and they're like, that's fine. Those planes were kind of made for it. Das's plane lost an engine on takeoff once. I need you to move forward like 5 inches. Not that fast. Seriously. Come on. There. Perfect. Stupid thing. All right. Fill up. Pouring on. The nice thing about not DC-10, jeez, that's showing age right there. The nice thing about the 787 Rico is, you know, when I said that you needed to drink about 8 ounces of water per hour of flight time, that's not necessarily true on the with the 787 because it's got a higher humidity level in the cabin. You're still going to feel it, believe me. But I always found that when I fly back on the 787 or the A350, I don't feel as tired after the flight as I do when I'm flying on a 777 or a 767, or United's crappy old 767s on the Brussels to Chicago route. Or even the 747-400, though the 8i has the better humidity index. So, nope, A330 doesn't run the high humidity. Gonna have your after dinner nap. All right, Rico, take care. The A330 Neo might, but most airlines are not flying the Neo in the US. Oh, for long distance. Have I flown an A330 for long distance? Yes, I have. I don't remember what airline. Oh, that was Brussels Airlines. I actually flew Brussels Airlines specifically to fly the A330 because, you know, it's like I flew KLM once specifically to fly in the MD-11 before they retired it. I flew in an A340 a couple times. That's a plane with 4 hair dryers attached to the wings. No, are you serious? I'm gonna have to move this truck in order to get the that's annoying. Yep, I'm gonna have to move the truck in order to pour all that. That's silly sauce, because I'm gonna do the same thing over here, aren't I? Yep, I sure am. In fact, I'm gonna do it more so because I'm keyed off to one side. That's not annoying at all. All right, well, fine. I have not done any 747-8i or A380. Something I want to do, but I have to go to very specific airports in the US to do that, and quite honestly, it means longer flight times. So I'm like, well, that's only happening when I'm in business class. All right. I do like the I will say my favorite flight overall from perspective of not being painful, I guess, is United does a daytime flight out of Newark to Heathrow. So it leaves 8 a.m. in the morning, and it lands in London whatever time I met up with Serenar. And I'm like, that flight is now my preferred transatlantic flight for whenever possible. If I'm not flying in business class, that is. All right, we're gonna have to put this guy over here. You know what? The best place to put this is actually in there, but that is not gonna work. So. I want to pour this and then we'll be done. I want to finish this stage. Was it 2 p.m.? No, because we met up pretty late, didn't we? No. Yeah, because we closed down the that one pub. I have enough in here to. Yeah, that was pure luck that I had enough in that truck to do that. I think it gets in at like 5p. Because then by the time I got through customs, got on the Heathrow Express, and then got the tube across town, it was like 7 or 8, something like that. I don't remember. Because 2 p.m. is the arrival. 2 p.m. is the arrival into Heathrow for the 5 p.m. No, the 8 p.m. departure out of Denver. So that's the overnight flight. Airplane nerds. Nerd. I know. Come on, hurry up and fill up. %. Come on, 100%. Oi, tube, quit being weird. 100%. Boom. All right. So we are 45% of the way through. Oh, I got to get this equipment out of the way because that'll just be a disaster later. All right. So tomorrow, normal time. I'm not going to go early. So normal time, 10 a.m. Mountain Time, or whatever time that is for you. we will be going, me and Serenar will be going live doing something. I don't know what. I won't know until the last minute when Serenar tells me. Probably after I've already gone live. But, yeah. How far are we? 40. Oh, that's not the right button. This is the right button. 45% of the way through this one. So we are in the upper floor section. And then I do ceiling, then top floor, then ceiling, then wall, then debriefing. Well, that sounds good. This one is easy. My concern is to the other one. Wrong button again. I took this job. This one has a big diggy hole. That's going to take me forever, but that's all right. Once I get it done, it's done. But we'll see. All right, so yeah, that's it. That's where we're stopping. Appreciate everyone coming, chatting, talking, hearing, listening, whatever. Check out Discord. I'm going to put a question in Discord. It'll probably be in the Cars and Trucks channel. I'm going to put a question in Discord. Rico already knows the question. He already knows his answer to the question. But I'm going to put that in there and let you answer it because I think it'd be kind of fun. I'm going to do fun things in the Discordages this is now because I feel like it. All right, we are going to raid Gold. He's playing Hades, which is a game that DOS owns. Should play, but you know she's doing Dragon's Dogma now. All right, we're gonna go raid over to Minister Gold, and me and Serenar will see you tomorrow. Until then, goodbye, everybody.
Up, we could always take Fred Flintstone's contract. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, that's good. We could always take some contracts, but these are pretty piddly little contracts and probably not worth our time or effort. So, and I misread it originally, Farmer Kurt. I had to read it twice before I actually read it out because I read it as incontinent donkeys, and I was like, they're not incontinent. They're not losing water. I am